What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia and I love luxury beauty. One of the most featured brands on my channel is Victoria Beckham Beauty, and one of the videos that I've been wanting to do for a very long time is to do a video, kind of an inventory video on all of my Satin Kajal liners. There are currently 8 Satin Kajal liners in her collection, and there's also currently 8 Satin Kajal liners in my collection. I've featured some of the liner colors already in my collection. In other videos, I have a playlist of Victoria Beckham Beauty products, so make sure to also just subscribe to the playlist or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Victoria Beckham Beauty, because this is a brand that I'll feature no matter what. The first swatch you'll see is just a normal black Satin Kajal liner. It's described as a deep matte color. This one is probably a staple that you need. Second Satin Kajal liner you see is Navy Noir. This is a beautiful blue shade. It's described as a rich matte navy. The third one you see is Ash. Ash is a rich matte graphite gray. It's a little bit lighter than the black. Then next to that you have Sea Gray. Sea Gray is a shimmery gunmetal. So this is the only shimmer that they have currently. There's reflex in it that makes this also great for all over the lids for a nighttime look. Next to Sea Gray, there's Bronze, which is described as golden brown with shimmer. Bronze definitely doesn't have as much shimmer as Sea Gray, and I would describe it more as a metallic, and whereas Sea Gray actually has sort of very refined glitter in it. Next to Bronze, we'll have Cacao. This is my most used, and it's such a beautiful brown color. It's described as a decadent, rich matte brown. Next to Cacao, we have Bordeaux, which is a rich matte burgundy. And at the very end, it's the last one that came out. It's currently sold out, and it's Olive, which is described as a gorgeous antique forest green. So I've tested them out on my eyes for you guys to see. I tried to do some colors that were very similar to each other so you could see the differences in them. I definitely didn't do these makeup looks to make it look very good, so don't judge me too much on the application. I wanted to showcase how well they looked as a highly pigmented liner, but also how they looked smudged out, because I like to use these as a smudgy liner. After the demo, I will talk a little bit about how they wear for me and how I wear them, how they wear on my oily lids, and if they transfer and how they transfer. And yeah, let's just get into the video. The Satin Kajal liners are longwear waterproof eyeliners. They retail for 24 euros. I'll put the dollar price and UK price down below. You can also opt for getting a sharpener, and then that'll be 2 euros. Side note, it's probably one of the best sharpeners that I have in my collection, if not the best. So I would recommend getting one of the sharpeners, but make sure that the sharpener portion is turned on if you don't want to have a sharpener. It saves you some money. A little bit about the description: the playtime when you want it, staying power when you need it. Lash line, waterline, winged or smudged, Satin Kajal liner is a creamy, highly pigmented pencil that delivers every look with ease and waterproof wear that lasts all day. Luxury performance, clean beauty. Each liner has 1.2 grams or 0.042 ounces, and each liner is long wear, waterproof, safe for the waterline use, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, safe for contact lens wearers, vegan and gluten free. Okay guys, so that was all the Satin Kajal liners swatched. I hope you liked it, and make sure to like this video if you did like it, because if I know that you guys like these type of videos, I might do one of these type of videos with other products of the Victoria Beckham Beauty line. For example, I have been thinking about doing this type of video, but then with the Victoria Beckham Beauty palettes. I currently own 3, and I have been thinking about buying one more and then doing an inventory style video if you guys are interested in that. Okay, but guys, I digress, so let's just go back to the Satin Kajal liners. First off, the pigment in these is really great. Honestly, the moment you put it on your eyelids, you realize, oh, you don't have to put in a lot of pressure to get the amount of opacity and pigment that you want. It's actually a little bit over pigmented sometimes, because the first time I used it, I was like, whoa. The great thing about these is that you can smudge them out, and there is a little bit of a smudger on the other end. So for example, if you have a liner, on one end you have the pencil and the other end you have the smudger. It's not my favorite tool to use, but the fact that it does have a smudger, it just adds to the experience of it. You don't have to use another brush. You can use the smudger. It's not the worst smudger in the world. It's just not my preferred method of using it. I did use the smudger for this video, so again, don't judge me on the application. It's not usually how I'd use them. I wanted to use a smudger because I wanted to show you guys that you could have some time, so some playroom to really smudge it out until you've actually sort of have this shadow going. You can use these Satin Kajal liners as a shadow or a shadow base, and they can really amp up the look, just like I did right now. I really think it adds to the versatility of the Satin Kajal liners, so you don't only have to use them as just a liner or something for your waterline, but you can definitely use them as a shadow base, and they look stunning. I think all of the colors, even though there's a green in there and a burgundy, all of them are quite wearable, and I have a place for all of these colors in my collection. I've done a video on some of my lid lusters, so my Victoria Beckham lid lusters, and I've used these liners in conjunction with the lid lusters, and you can see that it really pairs well together. So this collection has really been well thought out in my opinion, and very wearable, very for the everyday woman, maybe a business lady. That's kind of how I see it. In terms of wearability, there is a dry down at some point, and then it does stay on. Of course, in the winter months, it stays on a little bit longer than in the summer months, and I have incredibly emollient lids. These break down when you use an oil. So if I cleanse my face at the end of the day, I use an oil cleanser, and that's the best way to remove these shadows. I am someone that I'm aware that my lids are oily, so therefore I do use an eye primer. I love using the Smashbox eye primer. It's my go-to, my most trusted eye primer, and I would definitely advise you to use an eye primer for these shadows. I have seen people in the past review this and say that they don't need to use an eye primer and that these are long lasting and waterproof and they work beautiful on them, but my lids tend to sort of eat away at anything that's on the lids. They're just that oily. Next to an eye primer, I often also set my liners. So this time around, I set the cacao liner with the darkest color of the Silk palette. If I use them like that, I can stretch out the wear time throughout the entire day. An 8-hour wear test, no problem. If I don't use an eye primer, I think about 4 to 6 hours would be the max, and 4 hours definitely for the summer period, and 6 hours the max for a winter period. I don't think that's too bad. It's just I wanted to be open and honest with you guys about it. So if I were to recommend one or two, I definitely would recommend to look at Cacao, which is my most used one and probably the smallest one that I have. If you compare it to the newest one that I own, which is the Navy Noir one, you definitely see a huge difference in them. The second one I would recommend is Bronze. I think Bronze is sort of this kind of antique gold bronzy color, and it's unique, but it's very wearable, and it definitely is beautiful daytime. I have a video where I use the bronze color way more, so all over the lid. You can check that video out. If you like Victoria Beckham Beauty, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions regarding these Satin Kajal liners, make sure to comment down below and I'll make sure to really comment back. I really take my time and I like to do long replies whenever I can. And I'm well aware that these Satin Kajal liners aren't the cheapest Satin Kajal liner options or just liner options on the market, and I want you guys to have all the information before you make your purchasing decision. Victoria Beckham Beauty doesn't always have a sale, but I'm hoping that you can maybe find this on Cult Beauty as well. And currently there is a sale of 20% if you use the code TREATME. I'll put all of the affiliates down below. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sign off here, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye!